we're about to shoot a shot.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of Gripping Golf Podcast. I am your host, Billy Daniels. I like to look John Johnson right in the eyes when I say that. And to my left is the Dave Miller. How you doing, Dave?
I'm great. Thank you, Billy.
You look fantastic. I'm not going to say anything weird next.
Yeah,
okay?
I felt that was weird. But
that was weird. We'll just leave it at that. And then to his left is the Peter the Hog Hansen. 2 G's. Yeah, we're just going to keep going with it, though.
All right.
Yeah, this is the Gripping Golf Podcast.
The Peter the Hog.
And we are the host.
That's right.
How are you, Pete?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Absolutely.
Moving on.
Pete's alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
And then
goodness.
last but certainly not least, and probably the biggest contributor to the Gripping Golf Podcast is
Oh, wow.
the JJ John Johnson. How are you,
I've
John?
been
Just
crowned.
calling him a big
Yeah.
contributor, or he contributes a lot.
The most.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's up
Am I
for the listeners and the
sizable
viewers
contributor?
to know. Yeah.
It's a backhanded compliment. I
No
believe.
matter
Exactly.
what it is.
No one will know.
Yeah.
Only John will know.
I know.
Yeah,
Well, the good
exactly.
news is I'm doing well.
Good. Good. How's your YouTube TV?
It's okay.
Not free.
It's not free.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
gosh,
And I'm your friend. So I think we have some more discussion on that.
Well, maybe that should be a goal for you in 2023.
Yeah, I know. It's just
2023.
hack your YouTube TV
Yeah,
account.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's what our episode today is going to be about: goal setting. We're going to look back on our 2022 goals and look forward into our 2023 goals, even though it is already 2023, but our golf season technically hasn't started.
Early.
So it's cold here in Kansas, not necessarily, but yeah. So, what do you guys think about when you're looking at your, 2022 personally, golf related, whatever, what have you? What were some highlights for you, Dave?
Well, I didn't get to play a lot of golf. One of the actual golf playing highlights was a Casey Cup match. For a while, I actually had a pretty good record.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and I had one round where I played pretty spectacularly. So that was very much a highlight.
How many
but
matches did you play in? I don't remember.
I played 3, and I went 2-1. And
2-1.
Yeah, so 2 of those were individual matches. I was 1-1 in the individuals.
That's awesome.
And then in the partner match, I played like a turd, but my partner
Played very well.
played very well. So I
Who was
I
your
got
partner?
Lynn Ann.
yeah, Mark.
Oh,
Lynn.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, the controversial round.
Yeah. But that was a fun round too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Regardless, anyhow. But yeah, that was a good golf highlight. But now I've mentioned it before. I actually work in the golf industry now. So the highlight is I get to watch people golf all day long and learn about golf from that perspective. And learn about golf courses every day.
So we have to
it's
take
pretty
John's
exciting.
crown of the biggest contributor and give it to you now, because you should have the most content to give to this
Absolutely.
podcast, right?
It depends on
Yeah.
what kind of content you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you want just like short TikToks or YouTube videos of just absolute train wrecks on the golf course, I got you.
We got it
I got
covered.
you.
Anonymous train wrecks.
Yes.
Blurred
I'm
faces.
not singling anybody out, but I've been out on the golf course during large events
Oh.
where the alcohol is flowing, and there are
And
stories
the
to
bad
tell.
golf is happening.
Oh my goodness. It's really something.
I bet.
Nice.
But yeah, so that was a fun change for 2022.
Yeah, new job.
New job.
Into the maintenance side of the golf courses.
Yep.
What's the biggest thing you maybe didn't know going into it that you do know now?
Oh gosh, all of it.
Honestly,
Honestly,
it's harder than you thought.
you know, I've said to my boss on multiple occasions. I used to just come out to the golf course. I never saw anybody from the maintenance team
Right.
because I usually played later. But you don't realize how much stuff gets done before
Oh, yeah.
7 a.m. out at the golf course until you're actually out there doing it.
Yeah.
So the amount of stuff that goes into the day-to-day operations of a golf course is just insane. You know, and you just you never really know it until you're in it and doing it. So that was
Hold
the most
on, we
wide
have a
awakening thing.
GoPro Air happening right now.
Yeah, I
That's
heard
right.
some beeping.
Gosh dang it!
Yeah, nobody
Hold
needs
on.
to see me. That's fine.
No, it's all good. We got an Air.
What time do you guys start in the summer? 6?
It depends. It could be as early. I think one morning we showed up at 5 a.m. for a big event.
I mean, like you've
Depends on
transitioned.
events. Yeah, okay.
Depends on events.
You've like transitioned into a soybean farmer, essentially.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So
We're good to go.
All right, we're good to go.
Go-
So, you know,
pro.
just learn a lot of stuff. Like for those 144-person events, depending on the start time, you know, you got to get people going in opposite directions instead of, you know, on a typical morning, you might be able to send one mower out starting on number 1 and mowing all 18.
There's a lot of beeping going on over
A
there.
lot.
Oh, it's turning back on. It's all good.
You know, for an event like that, you got to send them out in 2 directions because the whole course fills up instead of starting on the first tee box and moving forward. So just learning the ins and outs, the little things like that, or, you know, when is a golf course dry and need water, or, you know, and something that Billy and I have talked about is you can go out to the golf course and may not notice a small detail of something that got done, like trim back some brush somewhere, but you know, the amount of work in the wintertime that goes on to do that is currently a lot. For my old office shaped body.
Office muscles.
Office muscles, yeah. So I've learned a lot about the equipment that I've been using. I've learned a lot about just the science behind golf course. And you learn a lot about golfers watching them.
Yeah.
So it's been a very, very eye-opening experience and an extremely fun one too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I bet when you're at other courses, when you will be at other courses, you'll see things you never saw there before.
You know, and
Appreciation's gone up a little bit.
the perfect example, and I've told Pete this before, was I would walk onto a green and putt, and no thoughts given to it. I couldn't have told you what direction the green got mowed. I never noticed the stripes on a green or anything like that.
Wow.
But now, you know, I walk on it, I can see the stripes, especially out there, you know, and it's the little things like that I just never noticed before as a golfer. I was just focused on going out there, hitting the ball, making a putt, and doing that. And, you know, the things that you would do, like complain about pin positions and things like that. And, you know, actually having to cut the pins now, you know, it puts everything in a different perspective for you. So, it's like I said, it's been a blast and super, super eye-opening, and I at this point I wouldn't exchange the experience for anything. It's been really fun for me. So
Probably is somewhat to a blessing and a curse to a certain degree, I would imagine, but especially when you're playing Sycamore Ridge, because you're probably never shutting off your maintenance mind at this point anymore. Of like,
I've been pretty good about being able to put up a wall. Like I might see something, and I know there's people that work out there that see something, they can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
I can see something and then log it in the back of my head and say that's a tomorrow problem for me, and not worry about it after that. So, but yeah, you do see the course differently when you work out there, and you notice the different stuff on other people's courses. Like I would take Drew out to PGA Junior League events, out at various courses in Kansas City. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
I
guess.
It's like, oh, they, you know, and some things it's like, okay, well, they're experiencing the same problems that we're having just because it was a dry, hot summer, and then other times it's like, oh, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah,
like, and I maybe wouldn't have given it a second thought before.
Yeah,
so it changes how you look at a golf course. It changes how you play golf, but. You know, for me, it's all been a net positive.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I enjoy my rounds of golf more now having been in this position.
Oh, that's great.
Whether it's from seeing really bad golfers play and realizing, and I, you know, and I don't want to try to sound like I'm being stuck up about my game or anything, but like my index right now is a 5.5 or somewhere around
What's wrong
there.
with that? Well, come on.
And I've been as low as like at one point in my life a 2. And you're always constantly thinking, oh, God, I played like crap today. You know, and my play like crap today is somebody's best round of their life.
Way different than somebody else's.
And so it really has changed my perspective on how my rounds of golf go. And, you know, it's also been eye-opening because I've been on parts of the golf course where I'm like, how in the F did a golf ball get here?
When you find one.
Right. Yeah, because like it's not humanly possible, it would seem, to put a golf ball here, but it is. So it's been fun in that regard. It's helped me mentally put my game in a different perspective, which is great because you guys have known me for a long time. I think I tend to be a little hard on myself.
Touch.
Yeah. And so
Never heard that.
Yeah, so it's been great for lots of different reasons. So
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Move. That was good. I liked it a lot. I don't know
Good.
why I just said that, but great. Yeah. Cut that out.
You've pleased Billy.
Dave, thank you so much for giving us your thoughts on your 2022
Yeah,
year.
I would recommend anybody go work at a golf course, even for a week.
Yeah.
Honestly,
just to see it differently.
Figure it out.
offered.
Yeah.
Makes you appreciate it.
I offered.
Yeah.
Like, think about how much acreage of fairways you got to take care of, and keep that grass alive. And you keep it short, keep it watered, keep it alive, keep everybody happy. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big ask.
Yeah, and for those that don't know us, Sycamore Ridge, it's in Kansas City, and it's in what's called the transitional zone between cool season grass and warm season grass. And our golf course is all cool season.
You fight the harder battle.
Well, not all.
Yeah.
Well, not all, but yeah.
There's some Bermuda out there.
Yeah. So, but that's one of the things that you fight with it. So
But
the
to be-
fairways are bent grass, the greens are bent grass.
Yeah. But to be fair, the course started with Bermuda, right?
Started with
Yeah.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, it's cool season grass in a transitional zone, and so we have you have it both ways.
Yep.
And that's kind of the issue there.
and in Kansas City, majority of the courses here are azosia grass, which
Fairway.
thrives in the summer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, good zoysia in the summer is spectacular, but
Is it
it's not really.
Yeah, it's got to be really good.
When it's
good
good.
zoysia? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not a zoysia fan. Having grown up on zoysia grass fairways,
Really?
Yeah, those flyers, you get a flyer on
I don't
every
like
one.
it. You can't. It's nothing. It's not. It doesn't compare to like a bent grass fairway.
Right.
No,
You
I
can't hit
agree.
a
I take the
big
divot.
beaver pelt divot. That's
Yeah. There's no better feeling than a flush iron off of bent grass fairway.
I guess Pete, I'm gonna pick on you a little bit. It's probably the difference between a picker of the golf ball like yourself versus us who hit down through the ball.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm in a transitional zone between a picker and a divot taker as well. So,
You're a picker taker.
Yeah.
yes,
It's true.
Yeah. Exactly.
I just
All
think
right.
it's a little bit more forgiving, at least for my game.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. I have a hard time going from playing so much on bent now to going to zoysia.
Oh yeah. You get out there, you're like, oh, it's gonna get high on the face.
Yeah.
A lot of clankers.
Yeah.
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 It's either going to clank or it's going to go 15 yards
15
further.
yards farther.
Yeah.
Yep,
Flyer.
that's what I find.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
ball goes a lot farther off zoysia grass.
So
Yeah.
Pete, for you,
Anyhow.
what are some 2022 highlights?
I mean, I think the biggest highlight, and I was really saddened that Dave didn't mention it. We came in third, fifth. What
Came
place?
in, I think we came in
Fourth,
fourth, maybe
fourth in the men's league.
third or fourth. Yeah.
Oh,
Which I mean, we've been
nice.
men's league partners.
I was like, what did you come fourth
Yeah.
in?
Never won. Not even last year. We came close, like 2 years ago, 2021,
Yeah.
where we played terrible the last round to find sixth place. But
Mm-hmm.
we had a really strong season.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we just paired well as a team.
You ham and egged it well.
Yeah, it'd be 1 week Dave would come out and crush it, and maybe he didn't have it the next week, and I was right there.
Mm-hmm.
We never really. I felt like we're out of match.
No.
So that was probably the highlight. I mean,
Did you guys beat Billy and Todd?
Mm-hmm.
we did.
Okay.
Did you? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
we-
Todd-
It was early in the
Billy
season.
has
Yeah, it was
blocked
like week
it
4 or
out of
something.
his brain.
I don't even remember.
I mean,
was I
Billy and
present?
Todd.
Hey, and in Todd's defense, he just destroyed me in
That's
the
true.
match play.
Yeah.
we beat the Billy and the
destroyed
Todd.
me.
You and Todd did?
Yeah, we
Oh,
played.
wow.
Yeah, and Todd throttled me.
Man.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think he beat me like
That's my partner. Where was he in the
5-3?
match then on the men's league then? Why didn't he throttle you then? Did you guys did it come down to the last hole when we played?
It may have.
It might-
I don't
yeah.
remember.
I don't think there was. We
was
didn't
a
have any
close match.
matches that
Yeah.
were just out of hand.
I do
any-
There
remember
was.
this
You
now.
weren't there.
I think I had.
It was
baseball or
against
something.
John and Doug.
Oh, okay.
What happened? I don't remember that either. We must have lost really
half
bad.
this half of the table doesn't remember golf like you guys remember.
Well, that match, Pete was gone, and I had Tom Clifford sub. But
Oh, that's right,
That was
that's
the day
right.
I made like 1,000 feet of putts.
Oh yeah.
Made Doug
do
want to
remember
throw
that.
the golf cart.
Oh, I remember this.
You know what? If I'm gonna lose, that's the way I want to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good round, and then the next week I crapped the bed
Yeah.
in the champ. Basically, what would have gotten us first place. So,
Nah, it's all right.
yeah.
Hey.
So that was probably the highlight. I actually one of the goals was to be a 10 or under, and
Yeah.
I started the year at my index was a 13.4. I
Yeah.
got down to like a 9.8, and I think I'm right around
What?
there.
All right.
Dang. All right. Well, we'll get to your goals later.
So
Yeah.
that was also a good one, and then I played well in KC Cup. There,
Yeah.
we I got to think. I played in all 6 matches.
Yeah.
Played in a handicap match with 3 different partners throughout. I think it was 2, 3, and 1. I'd have to go back and look.
That's pretty good.
But and we played a couple courses we had never seen before.
Yeah.
Like I'd never played Staley, and
I hadn't either.
And that match was close the whole way.
Yeah.
Until you got to the back 9, and those greens are, I mean, they're no joke. Like there's a home field.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a home field advantage.
Yeah.
Like they knew where to putt to where they, hey, I can get there in a 2-putt. Where I think we had a couple 4-putts.
Nothing wrong with that.
10 and 11 come to mind.
Oh,
for me.
10, 11, and 12. That's where we
Yeah.
lost the match. We were 1 up. Came
Yeah.
out of that stretch 1 down.
Yeah, that string of holes was. I remember like 10. You're like and then you get up there, you're like, oh my gosh, this could have gone into the trees if I put it too far. And then 11 was the tucked back.
It was back left, but you had to if you weren't on the right side of the fairway, you were going to be. You wouldn't have any chance at looking at the pin or even potentially the green.
Some of the best greens I think we played all year.
That was just a really fun.
Shout out to Staley. I mean, great course conditions.
Great hosts.
Yeah.
We had a blast with the guys that we played with.
Us too.
Sat and hung out with them for a couple hours afterwards.
Yeah.
So and even Creekmore was fun too. But Creekmore's home field advantage, big course, big greens. They know where
your partner for the day ended up participating
in their club
their member guest.
Yeah, you almost moved there, I think, at one point in time.
Exactly. Stayed with the guy, right?
Yeah. And then overall played decent golf. Like there wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play in the club championship. Had some kids sport commitments that kind of bummed me out, but. Outside that, it was pretty good.
You didn't get to defend your last place.
I did, and I did get to play all 5 courses at Bandon.
Yeah,
I did not get to play all 2 at Crosswater. But that was a good trip.
Yeah, it was a fantastic trip.
Quasi survived it.
Yeah, people almost died. But
there's the Rona got us.
Yeah, the Rona got us. Some allergic reaction got us.
I forgot of the allergic reaction.
Protein
Shout out to
balls.
Andy.
Yeah. Andy Scott, amazing guy. He's in the golf course industry, and he had an allergic reaction to the protein balls. They're
on the 4th hole of Pacific Dunes, and
wow,
he toughed it out. I mean, he made it through 9, 10.
And so he turned different shades of like purple, right?
Yeah.
It got a little scary there.
Yeah.
And then once he got the Benadryl and then went and threw up and took more Benadryl, it was good.
What's a golf trip without a guy almost dying?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's got to be a battle.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a great trip.
Yeah, gosh, you just made me think of so many more things.
I was going to say you're going to turn this episode into 5 hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
So
Those are good highlights, Pete.
yeah,
Sound like you had a great year.
It was good. We need to have more golf this year, I think. That's my goal.
yeah. And as I did for Dave, thank you for sharing your 2022
You're welcome.
thoughts.
You've pleased Billy.
Yeah.
This
He's
pleases me.
He's appreciative.
Thank you. JJ, what's up with you over there? You had an interesting year.
2022 didn't deal me the best hand.
You had different.
Literally.
Didn't deal you the best
And a
wrist.
wrist.
Yeah. So golf was great up until about the middle of May when I hit a fat iron shot out of the fairway on 5 and kind of re-injured my wrist that comes back around. So it took 3 months off, letting that heal up so I didn't make it any worse than...
Didn't go on the Bandon trip.
Did not go on the Bandon trip. Yeah. Hard to go on a golf trip.
Which was originally for your birthday, by the way.
Yeah. And going to Crosswater, too.
I turned 50 in 9 years. We'll do it again.
Hey, man.
50.
Yeah.
Jeez.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the middle of the year didn't play a lot of golf. Thought about golf, but didn't play it. The golf game has kind of stumbled a little bit since, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Highlights.
How many rounds you play after you came back? Because you came back August,
probably
mid August,
10 to 15 probably.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, highlight would be the golf trip by myself.
Yeah.
That's probably what it would be.
Which actually stems from the original golf trip.
Yes, it was a derivative of the original golf trip.
Very
so Pete's old man had the vid.
Oh yes,
and couldn't get his rig back to him.
He had the Rona and needed his Tacoma.
Exactly. Yeah. So I took his Tacoma back, and in the process played Deer Run in Silvis, which I played before.
Great course.
It's a great course, and played decent actually there.
Nice.
And then meandered over, crashed with Earl, and then headed up to Sand Valley.
Oh,
So I'd say that was probably my highlight, was going up there and hammering out the par 3 course and 36 holes in one day and making my way back. But, I shot a 74 at Mammoth.
Nice.
Shot an 81 at Sand Hills. It kind of fell apart at Sand Hills. But, I'd say the 74 at Mammoth was my highlight.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
This is the best golf I played, and I played it with 3 strangers. I was like, hey, all right, well, at least I'm going to look like I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
On a
I think
show.
you do know what you're doing most of the time.
Sometimes.
No, all the time.
Nah.
Execution might not necessarily be, but
Yeah.
you do know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
All right.
I like that. Yeah, that's a very, very flattering comment.
That's pretty awesome. It sounds like you made the most of the last half of your year there when you couldn't really play. So
Exactly.
injured in May,
Uh-huh.
3 months off, came back, got to go play several different golf courses, not in the Kansas City area.
Yeah. Mhm.
Highly rated golf courses.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the Kansas City
Yeah.
area.
And it wasn't a bad way to do it. Well, I'll tell you what, walking 36 when you don't walk that much, it'll kick your butt.
That's okay. I
Yeah,
didn't.
walking 9
Because
kicked my
what,
butt.
what kind of stunk was like I teed off like 8 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning for Mammoth, and then I had like a 3-hour gap, and they were having a whiskey tasting. And it was all, if you played golf that day, you could drink as much whiskey as you wanted.
What?
And then
This was at
that-
Mammoth?
Yeah, at St. Hills. Yeah, at the
Oh,
big
wow.
clubhouse. And then like they're like, oh, we're doing a whiskey tasting. I looked over at the bottles. I'm like, yeah, probably a good way to kill 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then playing the last 18 after doing that, that might have deteriorated
You
the score.
probably thought
That-
you'd
So
be
your
able to walk
whiskey
it
you
off.
can
So
attribute
you're-
7 strokes to.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whiskey.
So
handicap.
7481.
Yeah.
So
It's still a good day of golf.
It was a good
and
day of
whiskey.
golf. Yeah. Yeah, getting out of the hotel bed that next morning though, ooh,
A little
like,
rough.
That one,
You're like, I'm
just
gonna
gonna
have to
crawl to
need
the
a
rental
hot
car.
So this
shower.
is the comment you made when we were watching when we were reacting to Dave playing from the forward tees. You were talking about how you walked 36 holes.
Yeah.
That went right over my head. So
Yeah.
now I get it.
Well, Pete and I did it when we went to Bandon like 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when we were
36
I remember
in
that.
our youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we walked.
we were just kids.
we had a 36 hole a day at Bandon.
Yeah.
We played trails, which I think probably is the
You're
most,
talking about on our most
yeah,
recent
it's the
trip.
most
Yeah.
difficult to walk.
Yeah.
And then we played dunes, which is probably the easiest walk
Mm-hmm.
out there. Sheep's Ranch might be
Yeah.
close there, but I mean I felt good after that, honestly. And considering we'd played,
Pete's in better shape than I am,
that's really
I guess.
Interesting.
yeah. I don't know how you rate
I
that.
don't, yeah. How are we measuring this?
Yeah, Neither of us are really decathletes, but
or an athlete at all.
athlete.
anything with leet. But I'd put to circle back. I'd put that little road trip, and I will say to anybody out there, going on a golf trip by yourself works great.
Oh yeah. There's no. You don't have to organize anything. It's
No.
just you're going.
I headed out and I was like, I'm going to be at TPC like 2 hours early because I'm a morning person. So I
Yeah.
called them and they're like, yeah, we got a spot. We'll move you up. Like, it was great. I was like, this is so easy. I called Sand Hills and like, hey, can I go off at this time? Yeah, we got a spot. Don't worry about
That's
it.
awesome.
So like going by yourself on a golf trip, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes it pretty flexible when you
Yes.
want to change something.
Yeah. But put that in my highlight.
Well,
good
sounds
one.
like a good year. Yeah, for me, highlights, I would have to, you guys made me think of so many more things than I'd totally forgotten about. I didn't even realize the match play championship.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I'm the
Yes, I was
champion.
hoping you bring that
Champion.
up.
I didn't even
Are you,
realize.
are you champion or co-champion?
Co-champion. So we didn't do that's a good clarification. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pete. But they're still
trying to throw it in your
champion.
face.
It's still
They're still
champion, yes.
champion and co-champion.
It's more than I
So-
got.
And
Yeah.
and
Both
honestly,
you got more than I got.
Yeah.
I only got to play one of my 2 matches.
that was really fun for me. I'm glad Pete. Pete was a big advocate of getting a lot of people signed up for that, so I appreciate him doing that. And then that's some of the most fun golf I've played. Maybe not the best golf I've played, but I came back from, I think, in 3 matches being 5-6 down
Yeah.
and winning. And John came out and got to witness one of
Yes.
them. And it was, unfortunately, it was against my league partner, Todd. But I did come back.
Yes.
He might have gotten some
There was unique circumstances.
Yeah, there were some
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
things that happened during the round, and so, but I kept persevering. I think I'll nod to Dave here, as Dave has always been an advocate of get your mind right, and I feel like this 2022 was the year I finally got my mind right in my golf, and so I think that it showed. is you can be down and you can keep going forward. So that was really fun for me, and being co-champion of that is exciting, even though we didn't get to play the final match because it took a long time to get that, but I'll definitely get the matches all played. I'll definitely do that again. And then I would say the Bandon trip for me is another huge highlight. That was such an incredible thing.
Missed having the two of you guys there.
Yeah.
And,
And I
kind of quit my job right before that, so I
Well,
couldn't go.
unfortunate
bit of turbulence.
Yeah.
But it
upset the finances.
Yeah,
and,
a little bit.
And as much as, there was quite a bit of planning in it. It literally felt like it was almost unscripted. And half the guys
what time did you guys get to the hotel the first night?
First time in Coos Bay.
They did, or we did?
When I did, I flew in separately. So I flew from Colorado to Eugene with Mitch and Andy, and we landed pretty early.
Because you guys got to the Punch Bowl.
Yeah, we went to the Punch Bowl. We were to Bandon that first evening by 5.
Well, that doesn't sound bad.
No, it's fantastic.
No. Peter?
Yeah.
We arrived at
almost
about
10 hours later
in the morning.
Yeah, you arrived 12 hours after we did.
Well, and
when you said unscripted, unscheduled, I'm like, what?
So that was not originally planned.
That's 5 a.m. Central, folks.
They moved your flight.
Our original flight was supposed to leave 7 hours earlier, and then Southwest canceled that flight, moved us to an afternoon flight, which still got us into Portland at 7, but it's a 4.5, 5 hour drive down there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you just getting off the plane, get 3 sets of golf clubs, getting a rental car. And
I think a lesson for me, I think if anybody's going to Bandon, obviously go. It's worth the money.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Worth the money. But the thing that I would recommend is I don't know if you feel this way, Pete, but I think flying into Eugene is better.
If you can afford it, fly into Bandon. They will literally come pick you up. You don't need a car.
Yeah.
So you're saving expense on a rental.
That?
They have an airport.
But who flies into Bandon?
They fly from
people
San
who
Francisco.
have a lot of money.
No.
Yeah.
Let's say Rockefeller.
It's either United or American will fly from.
Yeah,
San
there's
Francisco.
one. I think there's one flight a day.
Yeah.
that flies in there,
That
and
flies
it
in
goes
there.
into Bandon, the town Bandon, not Bandon
not the resort.
Yeah,
but it's 10 minutes away. And Bandon, the resort, will
Yeah.
pick you up. No extra cost. It's on those shuttle buses they have.
and they have. The shuttle bus, and we don't. Just that whole trip was a highlight for me, and it was just a lot of fun with the people we were with. Sad you guys weren't there, but it was fantastic. I could have spent another week out there. Just,
you could have been like Jack, and he spent another week out there.
Did you see that the ghost tree? It's leaning,
struggling.
Yeah, on Old Mac.
Oh, really?
They had all the storms that they've had go through there on the West Coast. They put cables in their bracing. I have not followed the updates, but they've brought in a lot of people to look at what they can do. So it's the staple. It's the logo.
It's the logo of that course.
It's crazy. So. That's probably my highlights. Just a lot of work. We didn't podcast nor as much as we probably should or wanted to, but I feel like we're getting momentum back. And so I'm excited for what we're taking into 2023. Yeah. So
wasn't the highlights your first set of new irons in a very long time?
Man, they're
actually new.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, that is a highlight. I have not, that is a really good point. So to put some color behind that is I haven't owned a new set of golf clubs, new set of irons, let's say.
New as in basically
new.
out of
brand
the
new.
Nobody else is
not new to Billy.
Yeah. Since 2007. Maybe 2007, 2006, maybe. It's when I lived in Chicago, and so I splurged a little bit this year and got some new clubs, and I'm excited. I've hit them once.
Got an amazing deal on them.
Yeah, I did. I got a great deal on them, and we'll see. I don't know. It's the I don't even know what they are. The P7.
I
got these new things.
Raw.
MC Raws. Yeah, P7
I don't even
MC
think I've
Raws.
seen them.
They're
They're
very
beautiful.
good. No, I
They're
brought
great.
it when you were sitting in here the last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
that's
were
right.
them.
That's right.
So so I'm excited. Honestly, I almost brought them today because it's like 45 degrees and we could go hit.
Really
balls.
thought about hitting golf balls today.
Yeah, we should have done it, but. Let's get into goals for 2022. What our goals were. Did we accomplish them? Yes or no? I think we can go through this pretty fast, and then we can get to setting 2023. Yeah, 2023 goals. So I'll go first because I'm first on the list. But I had 3 goals: shoot under par. I did not shoot under par in 2022.
Not even for 9?
If anything, not even for 9.
Okay.
I think my index went up, but I do think that was probably, the world handicap system is new, the way that they're doing that. A little different. It's 8 scores. It's refreshed every day. I do like that. So I think it's more reflective of the golf where you're at in that moment too, or during any given week. Having it refreshed twice a month, I think, was always kind of crazy. And then, so I did not accomplish that. Be a scratch golfer for 1 year. That's a really weird, like, is that 10 years from now that I'm trying to project this for? Because I don't even know. That's a terrible goal.
Lifetime goal.
Yeah, it's a lifetime goal.
A smart goal.
It's not a smart goal. You could measure that, but
is it attainable and realistic?
It's not attainable right now.
Or timely.
We went backwards in my index. And then,
that's okay.
It's fine.
Okay,
I'm good
Billy.
with it. I'm fine with it. Yeah.
It's not your fault.
We're working through this now.
It's not your fault, Billy.
And then my last goal was to shoot 74 on the Bandon Dunes trip. I did not shoot 74. I shot 78 on the last day at Sheep's Ranch. It was my last pretty good round. I had a great time. I had a great caddy out there. Doug, my partner out there. Dag. He did come down with corona on the last day, and
we did not know that at that point.
We didn't know, and he just
thought he was tired and out of shape.
He going into the trip, he had back problems. He was having issues with his back. He did hurt himself prior to the trip, and so he still went on the trip, but he was pretty tight and did a lot of stretching in our hotel room. Not partner stretching, as some of you might think we did.
Was he fully clothed while stretching?
You know, I don't remember.
I can't answer that.
I don't remember.
Necessarily needs to be answered, I guess.
And he the last day was just like, man, I'm really tired, and just opted out to play the last day. So I got
which was really unfortunate because that is
that was my favorite course out there
by far. I mean,
Sheep's Ranch.
13 holes on the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was, it's really underrated how amazing that first tee shot, kind of boring the first tee shot looks, because you're hitting into really just, you can see the ocean kind of
on the left, but how you're looking down that chute, you're looking at trees.
Yeah, and then you crest that hill, which it's the tee shot is over a hill, and then you can walk down this hill, and it's all downhill from there, and you see the ocean, and then you see the next tee box, you see everything. You see 16, 17.
And you're just there the rest of the day.
It's incredible. And so, to me, I don't know if it was just because I wanted to shoot the best round that I had out there that day. I just was determined, and our caddy at the time, it finally clicked, is what I would say on that last day, that he understood my game, and I was just hitting bullet 3-woods off of the tee every tee shot, and probably not making it more than 15 yards off the ground each time. It was fun. It was great.
Perfect.
Maybe 15 feet at times, but so I didn't do it, but I still had a blast while I was out there. So, next on the list here is John with your goals for 2022.
Let's hear them.
I think I attained one of them.
Okay. Not your first goal was to not hold back on every shot during a round.
And I've done that.
Okay.
So I will say that I think about that over almost every shot, I think.
Oh, wow.
When I'm standing over it, I'm like, hit the back of the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thought that's running through my head when I swing the club. However, the injury has not led too well to the next goal, which is to reattain scratch status, which I'd had for quite a while ago. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just going to probably fold over into 2023.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move that short and sweet there. Yeah. I love it. We'll move over to Dave. Dave, you had your first goal was to shoot par 72.
Didn't do it. Came close.
Got really close.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. Yeah. I think maybe 74, 75.
I was going to say, I thought we saw 74.
Close.
It was a 74.
Close. Didn't quite get there.
Hey, still good.
I guess I lacked the mental fortitude to get there.
If the course had been a par 74, would it have counted? Because we wrote 72.
Par. Maybe. I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
And then your second goal was to play in some tournaments.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I played in some competitive events.
So far, we're terrible at setting and attaining goals.
I had actually signed up for a tournament with the Amateur Players Tour.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. And then we had a softball tournament scheduled that weekend. And since I helped coach my daughter's team, I had to bail out. So.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah, so I wanted to, and I think I'm going to try to sign up and do that this year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Nice. And, I want a key thing to point out right now. I had 3, John had 2, Dave had 2, so that's a total of 7 goals
yes.
For the 3 of the people on the Gripping Golf podcast. And then Pete, decided to come up with 7.
I needed a lot of work, Billy.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot
which
of work.
is equal to the number of
But
goals that the rest of his counterparts
you
on
can't
this
fix a
podcast.
problem unless you acknowledge that there
Yes,
is
true.
a problem.
Yes. Awareness is a
Yeah.
key here for
Yeah.
me.
And I
so
admire you for setting so many goals for
I
yourself.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
you're
All
really
right.
stretching yourself.
Let's go down the laundry list.
Okay,
and let's see where we're at.
All right, here we go. We'll get there. First goal, average 2 putts per round.
Well, turns out if you don't track your putts, you don't know how many average you got. I will say I feel like I putted pretty well most of the year.
Yeah.
And what
would
was
agree.
the change, Pete?
I think I bought a putter last year, didn't I?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
else was the change? What conversation did we finally have?
Oh, I don't necessarily get all my putts to the hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
get it to the hole, Pete.
Yeah, get it to the hole.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
and all those putting mat reviews that we
Yeah.
did, I mean, they had to have helped, right?
I think so. That or Dave just
Well
consistently telling me. Actually, I will never forget this. So my caddy in Bandon, I shot mid 80s. I think we played. I didn't finish Pacific, so that
Right.
I think I won. I think I played Old Mac at like 91 or something, but I'd gotten 4 hours of sleep. So, but by the third round, I left every birdie putt short, and my caddy goes, "If you leave this birdie putt short, you owe me another $100."
Did you leave it short?
I did not. Started getting things to holes.
There you go.
I think
Smart
I threatened
caddy.
physical violence.
Yeah.
Physical
wow.
violence is a
Yeah.
good carrot.
Yeah. So shout out to Tommy.
Hey, he was a good caddy.
He was
I got
good.
to.
I-
I played trails with you and Earl, and
Yeah.
that was fun. He hit that shot
Oh,
on
man.
16 or 7. I think it was 16. That little par 3. He hit that bunt 3 wood.
Yeah,
Or
I
a
think-
hybrid.
Yeah, it was my
Bunt
5 hybrid.
Yeah, that was
To-
pretty cool.
4 feet.
Yeah,
Like
showed us all up.
that's great, Tommy. Thank
Knows
you.
how to
Yeah,
golf.
it was
huh?
like 100 and some odd yard. It wasn't even a long hole.
No, you just
Yeah.
little punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. Second goal for Peter the Hog Hansen was hit the driving range once per week.
that did not. I mean, with two kid in playing 2 sports, coaching both of those, another kid playing middle school sports. Like my week's pretty packed. So
Maybe move that one to once a month.
Yeah, well, the low hanging fruit on that could have been, getting to league on time to hit a small bucket.
maybe
yeah.
rather than just popping out of the trunk.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I do have new boss.
Work
And I
happens.
no longer have a Tuesday, a weekly meeting at Tuesday at 5.
Okay.
when is that weekly meeting? Is
Block.
it like Wednesdays now?
No, it's Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
Block the calendar
Block,
right
that's
now.
what I do.
Yeah, no, it's only once a month, and
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Good.
so that'll help.
I was going to say if it was Wednesday, I was going to lie and say we moved league to Wednesday.
Third goal, be a 10 or less index.
I hit that one.
Nice.
Boom.
Congratulations.
All right.
Check. We got that one checked off.
We're at 33%.
We
Yeah.
knew you could do it.
And then some of these are slightly redundant, but you wanted
Slightly.
less than 32 putts per round.
Yeah, I again didn't track it, but
Didn't
I
track it.
would say that's probably
Close.
Are you
close.
Okay.
gonna track it going forward?
we probably should. I think
Yeah.
that maybe
I think yeah.
I'll
I
never
think-
track putts, but if you want to, go
You know,
ahead.
you know
Alright.
what you should do?
Let's get a Garmin.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going
Yep.
to say.
Yeah.
But I don't
It tracks it for you.
Yeah.
like playing with watches.
I didn't either. And I
didn't
love
either,
it now.
But now
yeah.
it becomes a part of you.
Mm-hmm. The watch is you.
All
The
right,
watch is you. I've got one you can borrow. You can try it out.
all right.
Yeah, there you go. Do a
Yeah.
little tester.
That we can do that.
Scrambling percentage of 50% or greater.
Jeez, Pete.
Yeah.
I do remember talking about
What in
that.
the
You set
Yeah.
some really good goals that you just decided to not track.
Actually, if you take out sand shots,
Yeah.
But your bunker
Decent.
game did improve.
my
as
bunker
well.
game
Yeah.
did improve.
I think, I mean, all around your game improved.
Yeah.
To
I mean,
go
if you're
from a
gonna-
13
if you're
to
gonna
a 9.
shave
point.
off 3.5.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in a short game.
I love it. Practice putting 10 minutes each day.
No,
You need a putting
You
match.
even
I have a
you
putting
even have
match.
my whole board.
well,
One for
then.
6. 1 for 6 so
Alright.
far.
no. There's one more.
You got 2. No, I know. We haven't gotten to the
He's
last
got one of the 3
Yeah,
hole boards that are in my possession.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least is the get less fat.
Yeah. Again, there's a tracking issue here. We didn't set the.
How do the
beginning-
pants fit? Do you have pants from last year that you can
Yeah.
put on and kind of
Actually,
go?
I have
they fit
pants
better?
If you can
from like 10 years ago.
put the
That you
pants,
can wear?
oh, and you can wear.
Yeah.
Can you still like tie your shoe?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a very
I
personal
shouldn't have
question.
laughed that
Yeah.
hard.
No, I was gonna say like sometimes. Sometimes
skinny people. You skinny people. Don't
you
have
didn't
any
ask
idea.
how I tie my shirt.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my question
probably
was
would
going
have
to
I switched to slip-ons,
be. No, you didn't. Oh, well, you actually, you did.
sort of.
Yeah, those are loosely tied.
Yeah.
Wearing Crocs.
No, I don't own a pair. Unfortunately, my son does.
Oh man,
I'm giving you a
But
hard
yes,
time.
I can tie my shoes.
Okay. Good.
what a brilliant goal review session this was.
I think my only goal for
Oh,
2023
God.
is at least just track something.
Well, we can set them. So maybe we should start with Pete and set. You want to start with your 2023 goals?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't
Buy
given
a pair of Crocs.
By
golf Crocs.
tie your
not
shoes.
gonna buy a pair of Crocs.
That could be the worst of our
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
You have to wear
yellow
Crocs.
tees. No,
Oh.
you got to wear golf Crocs.
they have golf
Wait,
Crocs.
I
Yes,
would
they do.
assume.
They
What
do.
do we?
Have
What do
to.
we? How does the loser get these?
I would be happy to purchase
what's
them
it-
for somebody that's
Yeah.
not me.
Interesting.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
This is gonna
That's the next.
But you
episode.
want my
this is
free
gonna be-
YouTube TV?
friendship, gold ship.
Yeah. What do you want to do in 2023?
I want to at least. I'd like to get my index down, probably 1. Like if I, that, but pretty
One-
much
You want to be a 1?
no.
Oh, okay.
I want to stay under 10. So I'm at
Okay.
roughly a 10 now. I'd like to maintain, but really like
Get
That's
into
the
Should I
worst.
say index
I'd
of
like to be
9
in the
or
end.
less? Index of 9 or less?
Yeah.
Okay. What
And-
else?
and-
You got
and
6
honestly-
more. Well, are you going to overachieve?
No,
and go
no,
to
no.
10?
I'm going to do.
Are
I'll do
rolling
2.
forward the unachieved goals plus these goals?
It's up to you. It's up to
But
the
I'm going to
individual.
tell you, I like it when your index was high and you were playing way in front of it.
yeah,
you think?
agreed.
Yeah.
That's why you guys got 4th place in the league.
It's not true.
And also
And
by
probably
kicking
beat
your
Todd
guys'
and I.
rears. But
Yeah, it totally helped. You did play good that day. Now that I remember,
Yeah.
you had a couple net birdies or eagles, probably.
I mean, honestly, Dave said it, and this is 2 years ago. Like, I just got to par the holes that I get
Yeah.
tops on.
Absolutely.
And then he started birdieing.
Don't beat yourself.
That's unbeatable.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself. Just play the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, and honestly, I'd probably at least trying to keep some stats. Like you just said, you guys have Garmin watches, so you could download and see what it is. I always say I'm going to do
You don't
that.
even have to download.
You can also just write it on your scorecard.
But yeah, I mean, I do that. I circle the big number for a fairway hit. I circle a little number for the number of putts I had, and if I hit the green. But
So is that a goal? Track your stats?
yeah, track my stats.
Get a Garmin.
Get a Garmin. Here, I'm going to put in parentheses.
I've spent a
Get a
lot of
Garmin.
money for the first
I told you.
week of
I
January.
will loan you something that tracks it all for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loaned by Dave.
So if you're going to track stats, are we going to publish them?
Yeah, I think we should.
Hold you accountable?
I'm fine
That
with
way in
that.
2020,
Starting
January
stats.
2024.
I can't imagine that there are people clamoring out there for Pete's up and down percentage.
I am clamoring.
You don't know unless you put it out there.
It's true. It's true.
I want to know
People
your
are gonna be-
conversion of sand saves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are going to be waiting with
Now we're
bated
just-
breath Monday mornings for that post.
Are you just going with 2? Is that enough for you?
I mean, we can probably pull those other ones down and at least track
All of them? Okay. All right. We'll pull
like
all
it.
those down. Pull all.
So now I have 9.
Jeez.
Well, you can't really keep the index one, the one that actually
Yeah,
succeeded.
The one
at
you.
hitting.
Minus
But you
index.
added to it, right? You said
Yeah, we added to
keep,
it. So 8.
Keep trimming.
So you're gonna keep trimming fat.
Yep.
So when you ask him about his goal, can you like edit in a mission accomplished banner behind Pete?
Sure.
For his index.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll
Thank
make
you.
balloons
Put him on
around
a
you.
put him on a battleship.
Pew pew. I did it.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, you sunk my battleship. I'm sorry. I'm
Who's
typing and
next?
talking.
Yes.
Let's go with John. Stay on that side of the table.
I'm not going to say scratch. I'm going to say let's get to a 2 handicap.
What are we
2
at?
index.
I think I'm at like a 4 or 5.
Like a 3 or 4.
Something
Okay.
like that. What else do I want to do?
2 or
feel-
lower.
2 or
Let's go
lower.
2 or lower.
I feel like that's it. That's really all I'm going to commit to at this because I feel like I'm being more purposeful with my swing and my contact and actually trying to hit the golf ball. I think that's what I got to do. Just get to a 2.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
You should make a goal to use one of the 1,000 wedges in your office.
That's
just
true.
sitting
I should
there.
probably do that.
you had said it was a nice Sunday last Sunday,
Yeah.
New Year's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you were thinking about making a change in the bag. I feel like that could be a goal. Like you thought about taking a wedge out and adding a 5-wood.
Yeah, I did think about and that has not slipped out of my thoughts.
Okay.
Because I have a 60 that I never use. So get rid of that. But I don't think that's necessarily a goal. That might get me to a 2.
Okay.
But it might not either.
The Dave Miller, you ready?
Let's see what. Yeah, so let's go ahead and keep the playing in a tournament.
Okay.
Because that's gonna happen. I want to see how I perform in that type of situation. I think I would like to keep my index where it's at or improve it, not get worse.
What is your index right now?
I think I'm at 5.5. Somewhere right around a 5.5. And then this one is just kind of a weird one. And it's not, it's.
You're at a 5.
Okay, great.
5.
Perfect. This one I can accomplish within a week.
Ooh.
I know I can do this. I'm going to relearn how to hit a damn fairway wood off the fairway.
That's harder than it sounds.
It is, but
really.
here's the thing. I've been thinking about this. And first of all, you guys are going to be shocked to hear this. I bought another fairway wood.
Shocked.
For the first time in almost 2 years, though.
Did Dave buy something?
You don't burn through fairway woods.
Right. So what I ended up getting was a 4-wood.
Hey, I like 4-woods.
So I bought a 4-wood because I started thinking about what my issues are with hitting a fairway wood off the deck. 70% of it, 80% of it is mental for me.
Yeah.
I've hit enough thin that I'm afraid to try it again, so I don't want to do it. So 80% mental. 10% is my equipment. I've got a very deep-faced fairway wood.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to look down and have it not on the sweet spot.
Right.
If it's sitting a little low on the face, you just talk yourself out of it right there.
Yeah, and the other 10% is as simple, I believe, as ball position on the shot. I think I'm playing everything too far forward.
So do a little Sergio, try to take a little divot.
Right. So what I did, I'm seeking to correct the 2 things that I know I can correct easily.
Yeah.
The equipment and the ball position. And then the other 80% I just have to get over on my own.
So what does that? What are you going to take out of your bag? The 3-wood?
3-wood.
The old
Okay,
3-wood.
okay.
Yeah, the old 3-wood.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to keep that because I'm
Well, I'm
Hit
going
that
to
one.
keep it. I enjoy it immensely.
keep it in the bag. I didn't know if you're going to take out a wedge
No,
or maybe
what is
take
I'm
out
going to
another
keep
hybrid.
it in my possession.
What
I
is
won't
the
sell
current
it.
3-wood?
The current 3-wood is a tailor-made Sim 2 titanium.
Okay, what's the new to be 4-wood?
A Titleist TSI 2. Because I've always loved Titleist fairway woods.
Can I pop that up?
Yes, you
Dummy
can.
mark
You
on
can
it
put
for you?
you can put the initial
Fresh
dummy mark on it.
on it.
Yeah.
We just have another goal for John. Please add.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
destroy Miller's
Dummy mark
4-wood.
Dave's clubs. Yeah. So that's going to be my easy cherry pick kind of goal, but it's something that I want to be able to attack some par 5s again.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've gotten to the Zach Johnson at the Masters mode of just laying up every time.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to go for something.
Be aggressive.
I'm the
Be
president
aggressive.
of that club.
Yeah.
He might be the CEO and owner.
Yeah.
I'm the president.
Yeah.
Nice.
There are not many par 5s within my reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
There's
your
nothing wrong
boat,
with that.
Peter.
Not if you go play from the yellow tees.
That's
They'll all
true.
be in your lit.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep
Let's hear these, Billy. What do we have?
keep my index at a 3 or better.
All right.
And then increase my fairway percentage from X to Y with a driver. I have to
So you're
get.
gonna
I have to
change
get those
axis?
two.
With the mini drive?
I don't know. I want to. I mean, I think that's part of it, but I want to be able to at the end of the year be able to say that I improved my driving percentage from this to this because that's what's killing my scores.
So what is
I
it
mean,
now?
didn't we just talk about how you had your best score at Sheep's Ranch and you hit these little low stinging 3-woods that went 300
Yeah, but think of how much
yards?
better his score would be if he's 30 yards
If I
closer
could
to
hit,
the green.
yeah, if I could hit drivers past that, why shouldn't I?
Right.
Yeah,
Because you can't.
I know, and that's why.
Pete's behind you on this.
As somebody that hits it like 245 with his driver, stick with your fucking 3-wood.
No, I'm with Billy on this one. What
yeah.
fun is it to just hit 3-woods off the
I don't
tee
think
all the time?
it's not about fun for me. It is about fun,
Right.
But for me
It's more
personally,
enjoyable, I mean.
well, I just think it's keeping me from getting the scores that I want to
Right.
achieve. Like if I can hit it 330 down the fairway, I want to hit it 330 down the fairway.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
And I think the other one that I was contemplating putting on here is get 100% fit for all my clubs.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a really good
So-
idea.
Well, you know the guy sitting to your left.
I know.
Well,
That's the point.
I mean,
He fit me for a driver, and it's pretty spectacular.
yeah.
I got lucky.
You get lucky every
Yeah.
time. Yeah. It's okay.
No, I think moving my fairway percentage from X to Y, which I'll look that up, because I have a Garmin, Pete, and I can,
So you've been tracking that?
There you go.
Squares mean hit, circles mean miss.
So that's where I'm at with my goals. I think they're going to be, I think that helps me get my game to where I want it to be. So
All right.
I think that's great.
thank you.
Yeah.
Your affirmation.
Are you going to buy a new driver?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I'm going to do the
You
wedges.
Still, are you still rolling the stealth? What are you
Nope.
doing?
No,
I
I've
got
got
the
the
sim.
stealth.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
have
the
the
stealth. I
sim still?
He has the
original
original
sim.
You're not going to go
okay,
carbon face?
The original sim.
I don't know. I mean,
It's made out of carbon and it's on its face.
wow.
So you
What?
should
Maybe,
consider
No.
it.
maybe you should
Yeah.
consider changing the paradigm.
Ooh.
I see. Yes, I see where you're going with
that
that. It's
marketing
quite
is
the
great.
conundrum. Yeah.
It's a paradigm shift, I bet.
That's right.
What are we going to
Yeah.
do? Not a carbon face on that, though. It's
Really?
carbon body.
Because
Ah.
here's what I'll say about your driver currently. It's not forgiving.
No, it's not.
The original sim is a very unforgiving driver,
And if
Yeah.
you want to find fairways,
which
your
is why
driver.
I changed to the stealth. Because
Ah.
I had to play an 8-degree sim because of how I swing the club. I was able to get the same numbers with the 9-degree stealth.
probably increase your
I think
accuracy
I could
too.
look at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The higher loft,
Yep.
more fairways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll look at a driver, but it's not on my radar to get a new one.
Yeah.
All right. I like this. I like this. You know,
Now, see, look at you know what
Here's
you
the
just
deal.
did. Now I'll have
here's
a new
the
driver.
deal, though. Like,
yeah.
like I play irons I shouldn't play,
yeah.
but I do it because I feel like I have to work harder to play better with them, and I can't be lazy. Is that your thought process?
No, I think
All right.
I think it's honestly it's my swing mechanics is
Yeah.
what's causing this really to be such a thing for
Okay.
me. So I think working on finishing lower and lefter with my hands is going to help me. The club has to lower and lefter.
It's like, I don't think that's a word, Billy.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I think it's
Not grammar golf
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gripping golf.
gripping. Yeah. Getting my hands lower and to the left on my finish. And then what has come out of that when I've been swinging in the garage and really working on this is that I have to truly feel like keeping the club in front of me is critical to that as I swing back. And then really feeling the lag in my swing is
Dragging
helping.
the club through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
feeling-
sweeping of a broom is helping me get to that. That is changing my finish of how I swing my swing, and I think that will be key to hitting bigger, longer drives and straighter drives.
and the driver will fall right into that slot.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I've told you what I think about, and we won't go into it here, but I'd like to dink around with that and see
Yeah.
if my theory
Okay.
assists at all.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like there's a good concoction that can be built here with
Absolutely.
equipment swing change.
Yeah. And I think I do think the reason why I've struggled or my index has gone up is because I've worked on changing so much this year, and that has set me up to have more success later. So I don't think I look at this as a really beneficial year in my golf career, and I'm excited for what's going to happen in 2020.
So maybe one of your goals needs to be accept your swing now instead of trying to dink around with it and see where
on
it
every
gets you.
round.
Yeah, yeah.
That's no
It's
fun.
true.
You're
It's
right.
No fun.
It's no fun.
No,
but-
no. I think that is a good point of it is being okay with what my swing is, but I think in golf you're always trying to pursue to the
Sure.
next level, and
Yeah.
so that's I think where I'm at today with mentally and my physical swing is far greater than where I've ever been.
Yeah, because you've always, as long as I've known you in golf, or as long as I've known you, which has been because of golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
During your round, you always struggle with.
consistency.
Yeah, and you're always thinking about your swing and what can I do to fix this, and you're trying to fix it all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, well, this
This
is
is
what's
what I got
happening
today.
Yeah.
No, I think without saying it, that is kind of what I'm saying
Yeah.
is being more not necessarily accepting of it, but understanding
Right.
that it's not to change it then. But
Yeah.
I've accepted the fact of don't change it, accept it, but you can still say you're blocking the hell out of the ball.
Right.
You can figure that
You've
out.
got to find a fix
Yes.
on the
Yeah,
course because you
exactly.
don't want to lose those golf balls
Yes.
or the strokes. And
Yes.
yeah, I get that.
But I think that to your point, I think the last year and a half, 2 years or whatever you want to say, that's helped me get to where I am, where I'm like, oh, I know how to hit the ball dead straight.
Yeah.
And so, but it took all that effort on the golf course to be like, well, what the heck?
A bunch of R&D.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
well, there you go. Well, there's our goals.
Fun 2023.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, exciting. We're gonna do more content. We got a ton of stuff coming out, so we're excited for this. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe on any podcasting platform, and then follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what have you. So thanks for listening.
Bye.